Ricky Ranchu. So today I'm going to do some fish keeping. We're going to move 2 of these danios to the summer tub at my girlfriend's house. And they should be pretty easy to catch because they pretty much eat right from my hand. They've been very, I guess, used to me feeding them, and they always come right up, so it'll be really easy to catch them. But I want to bring 2 females in with my male that I've had in that tub for 2 weeks, and I don't know if the thing is alive or not. I don't know if the male's alive. So it should be interesting to see what happened to that guy. Plus, if I bring 2 well-conditioned females, maybe we'll get some breeding action. But again, what I've been using to condition these guys, and you can tell who the females are pretty obviously by the really, really plump ones. Those are definitely females. The kind of thin, streamlined ones are males. And the way to get this to condition your females this way is to feed them multiple times a day. Not necessarily more, but more frequently. So the idea is to get 2 females in there in that little tub and see if we could get some fry in the summer tub, and maybe they'll raise up on their own and eat bugs and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and catch these and put them in some green water and dump the green water into that tub. It doesn't look like much. The danios are being transported in this green water, but green water is the holy water of this hobby. You can see them kind of playing around in there. There's probably some live food in there because I keep this outside, bugs and whatnot. So haven't been here in 2 weeks, and the garden's really filling out, which is just crazy how much growth you get in like 2 weeks. But now this is my first look at the pond. Look, now we got 3 different water hyacinth, which is crazy. The male danio is still in here, and then look at our water lettuce. It's got like multiple plants now, and it's just spreading. So I'm really liking that. Again, I did see the danio swim by earlier, so it's surviving in here, and we're not even doing anything. We just put water in it, plants, put the fish in, and it's fine, because stagnant water leads to bugs laying eggs, and the danio eats the eggs. It's also getting its water changes from evaporation and rain. So I'm going to drain a little bit of the water here. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to drain some to add this water because it's green. Green water is good. And the 2 danios, and there might be some bugs in there that could add to this system. So let's get started. Again, here we are after a water change. And water's still pretty clear, not as green as I thought it would be. The 2 danios are in here now, and hopefully we'll get some fry by the end of the summer. Now again, I didn't really need to water change, but I like doing it because I know I have bugs in that water, and it's green, and that's good for fish. So if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe, and keep keeping fish. Hey fish keepers, thought I would do an update today on this warm summer day with our kind of planted pond. So what's really interesting, and I didn't know this, these water hyacinth plants, they actually do flower. If I can get a good shot of that. Yeah, so I was here last week and I must have missed it and it died or fell over. I don't really know how that works, but they told me at the store when I bought one of these plants, that it would flower. And honestly, I didn't really believe them because I've never seen it. So I always get a lot of these like yellow jackets, looks like. But anyway, you can see the water lettuce is doing really well. The iris is actually growing pretty well too, so I'm liking that. And the water, it cools off at night, but it gets super warm during the day. Like, oh, that's got to be like 90 degrees. But the lower you go, the colder it is in the tub. So my danios might be alive. I don't know. We'll see at the whenever I decide to break it down. There's another flower right there. Yeah. And then this plant, well, I don't even know if it's a weed. It just kind of sent this runner out, this vine, and it just kind of wrapped around the iris leaves. And so I thought that was pretty neat. I'm not gonna pull it because it's interesting looking. It's very interesting. So, but yeah, it's a good little project. No maintenance whatsoever. I just come to look at it, and that's all I do. Don't add water, don't remove water, don't feed the fish. There's plenty of bugs. Here we are 2 weeks later, and you can see that it finally bloomed. Or we finally got to see it bloom, that is, because we got a lot of things like this where, I mean, it might either be past bloomed or it's about to bloom, but yeah, water hyacinth does bloom. The water level's really low. I should have brought some water today to fill up or whatever, but that's good. The iris is doing very good. I'm thinking it's gonna flower. Well, I'm hoping it's gonna flower soon. But what I'm planning to do here is I'm just gonna, like, hopefully I don't get stung by anything, but push it back down because everything's too high. Yeah. And I'm worried about getting stung because there are always like yellow jackets and stuff in here. I bet if there's any fish left, I don't think they're going to be able to swim very well. So that's interesting. But man, I got some really nice water lettuce here. Pretty cool. Yep. I'm going to do the best I can to keep everything in the water. I mean, weren't that bad. Temperature's not as warm as I've seen it, so that's a good sign, right? But anyway, yeah. Gonna keep posting updates until the end of the summer. Oh, those bloom too. That's interesting. Alright.